Hi, welcome to Joanna's DIY Life. I'm Joanna. Today is Sew It Saturday, and it may have been done a long time ago, but my husband's been home and he's been bugging me to death, and I just got him to go to the church to pray. Woo! Hope he's praying for me. But anyways, today we are going to be making indoor snowballs for an indoor snowball fight. These are so much fun, and you can use different fabrics, but I'm just going to show you two. One I didn't do on camera because it's fuzzy and it makes a mess, and I just didn't want to deal with that while I was filming, so I'm going to show you with fleece. I will have a pattern on my Facebook group for you. You're welcome to join there. And also, while you're on the Facebook group, if you make things, go ahead and post them. We would love to see what you make. There's not many people on it right now. I just got started, not long ago. And it's almost my YouTube anniversary. And I am so excited about that. But anyways, I'm going to pull you down and adjust you and get started, okay? So hold on. All right, here we go. And y'all, I thought about what I said. I'm going to pull you down. Honey, I don't want to pull nobody down. That's not nice, okay? It's not nice. I just want to show you what I done. This is what it will look like when you print it out. And, of course, you print them on paper. I glued mine to a thick cardboard type deal. It's actually a comic book board that I used when I had a lot of fabric and folded fabric, and I use these quite often. So I just took a glue stick and glued this down and then cut it out so I can, have this, because I'm going to draw mine on as opposed to pinning, because sometimes when you pin on these fabrics, it'll smush down in there. So I've got this big thing of fleece, okay? So I am going to make sure that my fleece is the right side that it should be. And it looks the same on both sides, to be honest with you. Let me see. It don't matter. Okay. So, what you're going to do is you're going to take, if you choose the paper, you just pin it down. You're going to cut 6 of these, okay? This isn't very thick, so it could actually be pinned. But I am going to use my Frixion pins. These go away with heat. And I'm just going to draw around, which is the purpose of the cardboard. And I am going to cut out 6 of these bad boys, okay? So I'm going to draw them out. They're cutting out 2 at a time, so I have to do this 3 times. Alright, so once you get that done, you hold it. This pretty much sticks to itself. And you're just going to cut it out. Easy peasy, easy peasy. Let me go ahead and tell you too, I'm going to cheat because this stuff sticks to itself. I'm just going to make sure my pieces are flat, and I'm just going to lay my pieces down. And I'm going to cut around my pieces. They're not going to move. They should not move. I'll show you. Now they're cut and my fleece is out of your way. You can pin these, okay? We're just going to sew one side on an eighth of an inch, which is right beside your little foot there. I don't even know that you have to do anything with these, because they're pretty much stuck together, but I am just for precaution, I'm going to clip them. So you're going to sew one side of each one of these. We'll go over here and I'll show you. Now I hope you see what I see and I don't bump you all over the place. I'm going to do one without the thing. But what you do is you just put it right by the edge of your foot when you sew. And this is all white, and I know that it's really bright, but you're just going to sew then you're going to back stitch, and then you're going to sew, and you're going to sew one whole side. That's all you're doing is one side. Go around. Don't forget the back stitch. Do the other side. Back stitch. I'm going to sew all my sides on one side. Now what you want to do is open your little thing like this, okay? And you're going to make your seam on the outside, which makes this right sides together. You're going to put two together. Now I am going to clip to make sure these little guys stay together. And also, when I put clips, that reminds me to just sew on the one side. Now take your two sides, see you're getting a ball here, take your two sides left, make sure your ball's on the inside, okay, because you don't want to sew any of that, you'll sew the thing together. Been there and done that, okay. Make sure this lines up, you can pull, stretch, whatever. Okay, now, if you want to pin it, pin it. If you want to clip it, clip it. Make sure that you stop so you have an opening to turn it, okay? But I'm going to start here and go over to make sure that my hole, you know, the gap at the top, make sure it's all closed. I'm going to go through both ends, making sure that I'm not running over any of the rest of my ball. Okay? Now I'm going to leave my gap. And I'm going to finish my sewing out. Now, all you do is flip it inside out. And it should be all sewn together. Now I'll take you back over to the table and we'll stuff the thing. So now we're back over here. Sorry I'm a little growly. My sinuses is crazy. I wish I could have seen outside, but I had to shut my curtains. It was so pretty the other day with all the snow we got and all that, but you know, I'm in Tennessee, so it don't last long, you know. It comes and goes. Well, it was pretty well it lasted, and I got my snow cream, so that made me happy. But, anyways, you're just going to stuff these. Now, if you're going to throw these around the house, you really, I wouldn't put a lot of stuffing in them. That's just me. But I'm gonna do something else with these, okay? And, so I'm going to stuff them firm. Kind of firm. And I get my stuffing from old pillows. Not old pillows, new pillows. I always say old pillows. They're just cheap pillows from Walmart. They say you can get them at the Dollar General cheaper, but I have not seen them per se. Now you're going to take, once you get it stuffed and your thread. Now I don't know, but I love dental floss. And what you're going to do is, I'll zoom in on this, okay? I'm going to try to stay out of your way. I start from the inside. That way my little knot is on the inside. Okay? But I will separate my thread. Well, normally I will separate my thread. I've been using this for a lot of balls, so I can't separate. So I'm just going to go around it, and I'm going to tie a knot, okay? That way I know that my thread does not come out. So it's knotted. What I'm going to do is a ladder stitch. So you just pinch this in. Like I said, I'm trying to zoom in, but I will zoom in when I edit. And you just take a little piece of fabric and catch it. Fold this in catch this side. My husband's home. He must be done praying for me, y'all. Go from side to side. Pinching. Barely tacking. Pinching. Barely tacking. You're going to do this all the way up and then tie your thread off, okay? Here it is, all finished. There's what my seam looks like. I got little puckers. But anyways, I made these out of the fleece, okay? Now, I will tell you, you can make the cutest little fuzzy snowballs, all right? These are my favorite, but that's what I didn't want to show you because of the fuzziness. But all it is these things right here from the Dollar Tree. One of these made 3 of the balls, okay? So you'll need 2 of them to make 6, or, you know, you just know you get 3 out of each one. I personally would do 6, but that's just me. But I didn't do this one because I wanted to show you what I was, you know, what I made these out of. These also hide your stitches a whole lot better than these. This stuff is just wonky. So, it's just whatever you prefer. These are harder to sew, and I would have never been able to show you on camera where my stitches were because of the fuzz. So that's why I didn't do that. Now, I am going to do a bonus DIY. I'm going to smush this down a little bit. And I am going to show you what else you could do with these real quick. And hopefully I can get everything out of the way. That is, I cut my pattern down a little bit smaller, made a smaller ball, okay? I'm going to match my seams, my ugly seams, and I'm just going to hot glue these together. This is just Gorilla Glue hot glue, and I'm going to smush this one on top of this one, matching my seams. See? I'm going to push it down because it's going to take a minute to hold, okay? It's just not instant. I mean, hot glue is kind of instant, but it's when you got it smushed together, you know, it'll have lines a lot of times. Okay, that's on there. Now for the face, the best thing that I've tried markers, I've tried, you know, paint markers, magic markers, Sharpies. This works the best. Puff paint. Okay, you can pick that up at any craft store or at Walmart. I have a little hat that I made that I'm going to be putting on this. So I want to know where my face is going to go. This is just a flapper hat, flapper, trapper, whatever. And I didn't glue this up there yet. I pinned it. I have a pattern for this. That's a next year project, y'all. Next year project. But I want this on here because I want to mark where I want to know where my face is going to go, okay? I don't want no mess ups as to where my face is going. So I'm going to tack this up here first of all. Now that's done. I was debating on my ear flaps being up, but I really don't like that look. That's just me. But anyway. So I can tilt the head up a little. Alright. So I basically need my face right here. So I'm going to leave the hat on, even though I'm not going to keep it on. You need to shake your paint. Oh, you got one chance, y'all. Because if you mess up with this, you mess up with this. Oh, I do want to show you. I'm going to glue this on first. I have a carrot nose somewhere. It was a piece of a flower petal thing that I had. Because I pretty much put all my winter stuff up. So I'm just going to put the nose on first. That way I'll know where my face needs to be. So I'm just going to take some glue and pop this thing down right where I want it. That looks good. Now I'm going to take my puff paint and nervously but carefully draw my face on. I'm going to clean the tip of my thing to make sure that that's done. Okay, here we go. I'm going to take the hat off. The eyes is not my problem. It's the mouth, y'all. So I'm just going to take my puff paint and I'm going to scrape down into the fibers of the ball. I love eyebrows. Now this is what scares me. This mouth. Okay, this is what I got so far. Now I got to put the mouth on. Whew, there we go. I did okay, I think. Whew, my nerves are tore up. I think I did okay. Now, I am going to take a marker and draw eyelashes. So I've just got my thin Sharpie, and I'm just going to draw lashes here, like this. And I'm going to put my lines on my carrot nose, just to make it look more like a carrot. Now I'm going to glue the hat on to where it doesn't cover up the face. Okay, so we're just going to tack that down. I'm just going to take my hot glue, run it around, and tack. Now I'm just going to take this scarf I made, and all I done was make a tube of fabric, sew it down the middle, turn it inside out, and then cut fringes on the ends. I'm just going to take this, run it around his neck. I'm going to bring it around. I don't want it real tight so that it looks like, you know, he's got the skinniest little neck. And I'm probably just going to tack it just like that right there. So I'll tack it here on his body. And then I'll tack this right here on the scarf and his body. When his face dries, I will take glue and I will tack this scarf here and tack his little hat down, okay? But this is what you'll have if you put two of the balls together and you cut your pattern down. I just wanted y'all to see that I had to glue a piece of wood to the bottom of mine so it would stand up, and I forgot to do that because I made the ball just to show you the snowballs. But if you want these to stand up, you'll have to glue them to a board, or you can put a little bit of rice or cat litter, whatever you want to hold it down in the bottom before you finish stuffing, and that will also hold it upright. Now, wasn't those projects just cute? And it's still winter, so they make good winter projects, and it's also fun, you know, to play with your grandkids or your kids or whoever, or just hit your husband upside the head if you choose to. That's your business. Anyways, I just think they're cute, and this little guy is my favorite. I love him. And I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking with me. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to my channel and ring that bell to be notified every time I upload a video. Until next time, you are a blessing. Goodbye.